so much going on in the show today, and you are going to. I got to get to the cheesecake.
That's right. We can't leave that out.
Well, tell us about what is this cheesecake thing?
Well, my patients, we talked a little bit about. I have two diets: my basic plan and my healing diet, which is the advanced plan. My patients make a lot of different recipes for this diet because the diet, the healing diet, consists of no grains and no sugar. And we have about 5 factors that determine who needs that diet. It's not for everyone. And so they come up with a lot of great recipes. They bring them in. And this is one of the recipes. Matter of fact, my patient Chelsea. So it's called Chelsea's Cheesecake. And matter of fact, we have the book, I believe. I think you have a picture of it.
Well, after the break, we're going to have you go over to the table and put together this strange cheesecake. Don't go away. We'll be back. Tell you what, I'm going to introduce them. I'm going to go off the set. But you've got to bring me a piece of that cake, Doctor.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Well, here it is.
All right.
Go ahead.
Awesome. Right here, this is the mixture for the base of the cheesecake. So let me hold these up for them. All right.
And we have a cup of sour cream.
Okay, let's start with that. We have 8 ounces of organic cream cheese, which actually needs to be beat down to make it soft. So it's almost like, soft and it's flowing. And then we add a cup of the sour cream to that. All right, let's hold it like this. When it comes to dairy, I always recommend organic. And again, even with my advanced diet, I don't want everybody to have to eat organic. It's just no grains, no sugar on this particular diet. And the reason is we're trying to actually fix certain hormone receptors. And you can learn more about that on the website if possible. But this diet follows all the rules of the healing diet. So it's okay that it has cheese in it, but we don't want any skim milk either because skim milk is actually higher in sugar. So we actually use the cream cheese. We use 8 ounces, which is this whole container. And then we add in the organic sour cream. We mix it together.
With 4 eggs.
With four eggs. And when I always talk about using not just regular eggs, but using free-range eggs and as being way more healthy than just regular store-bought eggs.
This is xylitol, which we use 3/4 of a cup of that.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 2 sweeteners because obviously on the healing diet I said no grains, no sugar. All right, so we use 2 sugar alternatives which are natural and actually very healthy for you. Xylitol, it's a little less sweet than sugar, I would say. And it actually is good for your digestion. It actually is good for cavities in your teeth because it actually kills bacteria, bad bacteria in the mouth and in the stomach. Stevia is also good. It flourishes the good bacteria in your stomach. And it's extremely sweet. I would say it's much sweeter than sugar. If we just used the whole stevia, then it would actually have a little bit of aftertaste. Stevia has kind of a little bit of an aftertaste. So by combining the 2, we take the edge off. So we used 3/4 of a cup of the xylitol sweetener, which most grocery stores, by the way, carry this now. And then we use a tablespoon of the stevia. We mix it
with a tablespoon of vanilla also.
Yeah, and a tablespoon of vanilla. And that's what this mixture is here. All right.
Now we have pecans that we've put into the food processor.
We can slide over here.
And that is it. You just grind them up. Tap them in the bottom. This is this will be the base.
Okay, I want to say one thing about the pecans, though. You'll see when I talk about my diet, whether it's the basic plan or the healing diet, I always talk about why you want to eat raw nuts. There's really healthy fats in nuts, but what can happen is when you heat nuts, it can denature those fats. And when you denature the fat, it starts to become, a really healthy fat into a bad fat. So what we do is we take raw pecans and we use them in a food processor. So literally, it takes just 2 minutes to do that. It makes such a fine. We can replace this. And in the book that has all the recipes, we use this as a flour replacement. You can do this with almonds. You can do this with pecans. You can do this with walnuts. So anytime you're trying to take grain out of a recipe, nuts is the easiest way to do that. And we use raw nuts. So, a couple minutes here. And then you take this and you pack it in, and you can see it makes literally the crust on the bottom.
And the raspberries are actually optional. They're an optional ingredient. We like them, so they're not actually in this mixture, but they are in the final one that we made yesterday.
Yeah, so you can actually have it. This is a plain cheesecake, but you can actually have a raspberry cheesecake just by adding some raspberries here and blending it in. Obviously, it would give it a red color, which is great for Valentine's Day. And then we just dump it in this. So you're dumping it basically right on top of the pecan crust that we made. You can do any pie crust this way. In the book, you can buy this, the book. It's called our guidebook. We give it out at my seminars that I teach. In that book, we have many of these recipes that my patients have created. This one is my patient Chelsea created. And they're amazing. Because we're taking out grain, we're taking out sugar, this is how we replace it. And the healing diet is the diet that we use for our really difficult, which I call weight loss resistant patients. And again, you can learn more about that on the website. Also, you can take some of these, the granulations, and kind of mix it into the mixture as well. That's why I had those sitting there.
And now this goes into a preheated oven at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour until it's set. And then it'll just come out, and 15 minutes later, you can cut into it. So it's a very simple recipe, and it's actually delicious.
Well, all right, let's cut into it.
Yeah, well, so then it comes out looking like this.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I have to tip that over to see. We actually garnished it. We just put some berries on the top. Those are fresh organic berries. Because this one actually had some berries on the inside, so we garnished it with berries. And this is the final product. Here, I'll let you cut it.
Well,
hon.
let's see what this tastes like. It looks
I
good.
can tell you, it is absolutely delicious.
I see.
When we do our seminars, Chelsea is always kind enough to make this. And when the people are learning about the diet, taking out grains and sugar, they have like a heart attack when we tell them that. And then they taste this.
Okay.
And then when they taste this, they're like, "Are you kidding me? This is on the diet?"
All right.
Yeah. So
are we ready? This is the moment of truth, friends.
And
the moment of truth.
That's a guiltless cheesecake.
Mmm.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Can I have the rest of it?
You can have the rest of it. Absolutely.
Of the whole thing?
Yeah.
No. I won't.
Remember, the neat thing is this is on my diet for people who have difficult losing weight.
Wow.
We have this recipe.
Why do you look at me like that?
Brownie recipes. Did I say that? Did I insinuate that? We have this recipe. We have brownie recipes. We have cookie recipes. So when we talk about, I get accused of always, eating, tree bark and different things. It's not true. So we make sure in the guidebook that you can actually get these type of recipes.
You don't eat tree bark?
No, I don't eat tree bark. Although I did eat a dog biscuit once by mistake. So it was actually a dog chew that someone gave me. And I thought it was, what did I think it was?
That just happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it did. It happened a couple weeks ago. I thought it was
beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't that great.
Well, let's give your website because I really do recommend this. This is great.
Yeah, they can get the guidebook on the website.
Okay, tell us what the website is, Doctor.
Yeah, it's pompahealthsolutions.com. POMPA healthsolutions.com.
Now, we're going to